Hey there, Dolphins fans. Welcome into today's video. We're going to break down everything around the Dolphins, the latest news and rumors, beginning with some quarterback discussion. The Dolphins are 1-3. Ryan Fitzpatrick has been meh. So is it time to make the move to Tua as the team's starting quarterback? Now, I know Tua battled an illness this past week, but at some point, be it this week or next week or 2 weeks or a month or whatever, it's going to be Tua time in Miami. After a 1-3 start, I say make the move right now. Now, maybe the Dolphins don't feel that way, but the Dolphins know exactly who Ryan Fitzpatrick is. He's going to be up and down. There's going to be some Fitz magic. There's going to be some Fitz tragic as well. The red zone offense was not remotely good enough against the Seahawks. He settled for 5 field goals. You know, maybe he should have been more aggressive and gone for it, but that was the key difference in that loss in Week 4. I want to see Tua. I think that is the best path for the Miami Dolphins. I'd argue not just in the long term, but also in the short term. Now, the key for Miami is figuring out where exactly Tua gets the starting nod. 2 road games coming up, one against San Francisco, one against the Denver Broncos. Denver's run defense is pretty good, but in general, they're not a good football team. Maybe Denver Week 6, if you don't want to play them against the 49ers, even though their defense is super banged up right now. 2 home games against the LA teams, the Chargers and the Rams. Week 9 at the Cardinals. I don't want to wait until the bye week because that does not come until Week 11. I think that's too long to wait for Tua. I would argue for Week 5 against a decimated San Francisco 49ers defense with all kinds of injuries is the right time to make the move to Tua. But we are a show for the people, so I want you guys to get your votes in. And this will be the pinned comment on today's video, so if you get the ad break, scroll on down and get your votes in. Who should start in Week 5? Type T for Tua or type F for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Now, one, and I would argue very legitimate argument, against starting Tua quickly is offensive line concerns. I've been impressed by this unit, but Austin Jackson, the team's left tackle, first-round pick out of USC, is battling an ankle injury. He left Week 4 with that ankle problem. He was able to return briefly before being forced to leave yet again. As of right now, as we film this, his status for Week 5 is simply not known. When Jackson left, Julian Davenport checked in, I thought fared pretty well at left tackle, although Jackson's been a very pleasant surprise in year 1 for me. You have options, though. You could kick Jesse Davis from right tackle over to left tackle and start Robert Hunt, your second-round pick this year. Ideally, of course, you keep Jackson in there for the long term, but you also want to be cautious there. You don't want to risk, in theory, your franchise starting left tackle getting re-injured. You don't want to be the Jets, so you're probably going to be cautious with Austin Jackson. And if he doesn't play, maybe you just roll with Julian Davenport. But I want you guys to once again let me know what you're thinking. Who should start at left tackle if Austin Jackson is out? Is it Davenport? Do you shuffle around the line? Start Jesse Davis? Should I even give Robert Hunt some snaps at left tackle? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. All right, some more positive news now coming your way for the Miami Dolphins. Byron Jones, I think he's going to return this week. Has missed the past 2 games, well, I guess game and a half since he left in the middle of Week 2 with a groin injury. However, Byron did get limited practice reps late last week. I think that's a pretty clear sign that a team who was being cautious with their high-priced corner is going to set to get him back in the lineup in Week 5. Byron, again, it's been a game and a half, but this is what he is. He doesn't get beat very often. When it is, it's not for very many yards. He's not probably going to be a big-time playmaker, but he is a legitimate lockdown corner. Xavier Howard had a better Week 4, a nice interception. We will discuss Noah IGBINOGHENE'S here in just a second. The nickel corner role in general has been, I'm going to go with unique, as it's been a Nick Needham, Jamal Perry rotation based on the opponent or week. But getting back Byron Jones, who I think is one of the 10 best corners in the NFL, is going to be a significant boost for a defense that I wouldn't consider has been bad, but isn't good enough for where the offense is currently at. Having Jones and Howard on the outside will be a significant upgrade, especially with Noah IGBINOGHENE'S struggles, which we'll get to here in just a second. We have a special deal for you guys today with our sportsbook partner, BetUS. If you head over to chatsports.com/bet, you sign up, place a bet using promo code Dolphins125. Not only will you get a 125% deposit bonus, we will also hook you guys up with a Dolphins jersey. So email us, dolphins@chatsports.com. Once you sign up, deposit, make sure you use the correct link. It's chatsports.com/bet. And reminder, this is only available for new BetUS customers. So you can't have already signed up and try and get a free jersey. It's not how it's going to work there. Email us, dolphins@chatsports.com. Once you do that, or if you have any questions, we're here to help you guys out. Let's discuss now Noah Igbinoghene, who I'll try and be gentle because he's a rookie. The expectations should be lower, but he has not been good. He continues to be inconsistent at best, outright brutal at other times. He gets beat way too often. Now, look, Noah's been put in a really tough spot. He wasn't supposed to be the team's number 2 corner right away. I thought maybe some nickel reps, could be a backup early on, and become a full-time starter in that nickel defense. The issue is he's been pressed into full-fledged starting duty because the Dolphins are thin at outside corner right now, and Igbinoghene has not stepped up whatsoever. Has allowed 3 touchdowns already, 280 yards allowed through the air. That is a significant amount for a corner, especially with just 4 weeks of the season done. He's young. He was always going to be a little bit more of a developmental guy. He's getting thrown to the fire. It'll be good for him in the long term, but Igbinoghene has not emerged as a reliable starter in his rookie year. Now, I still think he will be able to bounce back, but it might be more of a longer-term bounce back for the young cornerback. So get your votes in. What do you think is going to happen here? Type Y for yes or type N for no. Now, we will keep you updated on his play, the Byron Jones, your stuff, and everything around the Miami Dolphins. If you want that, if you want to be the smartest Dolphins fan in the room when you're talking with your friends or over the phone because, COVID, hit that big red button and subscribe today. I promise you no one will keep you more updated here on YouTube than we will right here. All right, let's move now to Myles Gaskin, the lead back in Miami, which is not what I was anticipating when the year began. You sign Jordan Howard, you trade for Matt Breida, and yet Gaskin has been the lead back, and it's not even been that close. Jordan Howard is playing about 9 snaps a game and only in short yardage. Oh, he fumbled again, by the way. I'm not sure how much you're going to see him in Week 5, but in terms of the usage and the role, it has very clearly been the Myles Gaskin show for the Miami Dolphins. I'm a little surprised over the pure lack of usage with Matt Breida. He fared very well in San Francisco. He brings a lot of good speed for you, but he hasn't been really involved at all. It has been Gaskin, the lead back week 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a surprise to me. But you know what? The production, you saw it earlier, Gaskin, Breida on average, it's not all that different. It's pretty similar. So I think it's fine to continue to utilize Gaskin as your lead back, but I wouldn't mind seeing more Matt Breida just to see if he can offer you a little bit more juice and explosive play. I don't need to see Jordan Howard, I promise you. So who should be the lead back, RB1 for the Miami Dolphins? If you think it's Myles Gaskin, type in your G. If you think it's Matt Breida, type in. If you think it's H, type in Jordan Howard. I did want to wrap up on a positive note here. The Houston Texans are bad, and that's a good thing for the Miami Dolphins. The current NFL draft order, which I promise you will change as the games go on, right now Miami has the number 3 overall pick, which is why, by the way, you probably want to start Tua sooner than later so you can have a full viewing and full evaluation of him. Because what happens hypothetically speaking, if Houston gets the number 1 overall pick, you want to know for sure what you have in Tua as opposed to going in blind and going, do we trade the pick? Do we take Trevor Lawrence? Play Tua right now and hope the Texans continue to suck so you get even more draft picks going forward.